using strong, suggestive language. Please turn off your phone, close your Facebook, and open your mind. And now, the man who has turned thousands of agents into real estate rock stars. He is known as the Expired Guru, the Tony Robbins of real estate. He is the author of the Success Plus Plan, the Expired Plus, and his latest system, Core Influence. Please welcome your coach, Borino.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Good to have you. Your coach Borino with you. Can you hear me? Can you see the picture? Is the audio good? Are we ready to go? My mic is on. Let's make this a fun Friday. What do you say? It's great to have you, your coach Borino, with you, coming to you live from Washington, D.C., from the Borino Worldwide Marketing Headquarters. We're going to talk about how to get more leads and more listings, how to have a kick-ass summer. Let's kick off our summer listing clinic where you and I will work on how to get good leads, motivated sellers, great listings, so you can earn the money you always wanted to earn, so you can be a successful agent, have fun, and have a good lifestyle, and have fun in the process. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, all right, so now you should be able to hear me, you should be able to see me. It's good to have you. Welcome to the live broadcast. Welcome to the Borino Worldwide Marketing Headquarters. And I am happy that we get to get started. Do me a favor, if you are watching this on our Listing University on the tune-up page, just type in that the audio is good, you can hear me, you can see me, the picture is good, so we can get going. Cool? Yes? Howdy. Rock and roll, says Jessica. Good to have you, Jessica. I'm going to be talking about you today. It's awesome that you're here. That's brilliant. Okay. All right, good. So it looks like everything is working. Let me just double check here. University on the tune-up page. Just type in. Yes. All right. And you guys can hear me on the broadcast as well. I'm going to put you in the Q&A mode. We will be able to chat together. If you want to jump in and ask questions, I encourage you to. As a matter of fact, let me show you the number. All right. So this is a number. If you have questions, you want to role play, or you need help with something, just call 641-715-3605. Our conference ID number is 801031#. And then if you want to ask a question, it will pop on my screen. The code for that is *6. Just hit *6 on your phone, and that will pop you in the queue, and we'll be good to go. All right. Just turn this thing on, and we will be ready to go. So, we have a lot to cover. Please do take some notes. Pay attention, because I want to make sure this is a cool summer. You walk away with plenty of good ideas and plenty of inspiration. All right? Everybody ready to go? Are you guys good? Let me just double check that you guys can see me, can hear me, that the audio is good. All right. There's a little bit of a delay between the live broadcast and the audio. Hey, Borino and Janice. Natasha is saying hello. You look great, says Myron. Thank you. Hey, Borino, you are inspiring, says Danette. Thank you very much for the nice comments. Monica is with us. James, audio and picture look good, so that means we can kick it off. All right, guys, let's get started, because I do have over 100 slides. It just kept piling up, the ideas and tips that I want to share with you. So we're going to move very, very quickly. Now, here's what's going to happen. As I go through the presentation, you may have some questions. Let me go through it first. Let me answer your questions at the end. I promise I will get to every single one of you. So if you want to get in the queue now or a little bit later, here's the number again real quick. Do so, jump in, we can role play, I can answer your questions, we can chat about anything that you feel would be time well spent for you to get more good leads, get more business, and crush it. Okay? All right, so let's get going. This presentation, as all my presentations you already know, will be rated R, rich in content. You are not allowed to use Facebook. You are not allowed to fuck around with text or emails or any distractions. Really pay attention, really get inspired, and really take away these practical tips that I want to share with you. As my lawyer always makes me say, I am not implying you will achieve any results or do anything. People have good intentions, but this is how good intentions often end. And I'm just as guilty. I'm not pointing fingers. Everybody can relate, right? I don't know. Some people just don't do anything, no matter how easy it is or how simple I hand it to you, but just human nature, I guess. Numbers and examples are strictly hypothetical. The systems I teach are not easy at first. I don't have magic answers. These are not silver bullets. You probably will not hit a home run at first, and it requires good old-fashioned hard work. It will require effort. It will require some time and some sweat. Always do your due diligence. I will mention some companies. With some we are partners, we are affiliated, some we're not. Use your common sense. It will serve you well. So this is why we're here today. I want you to walk away with more appointments. I want you to have tools, practical tools that will help you get more good appointments with motivated sellers. Walk away with good listings, well-priced listings, and get more commissions. This is the window. I will show you some stats. You know, I don't pull stuff out of my ass for the most part. So I'll show you some stats why I time these things by design. I time your success sometimes better than you time your success. This is the window. The next few weeks, and I'll show you why and how in just a moment, but this is your window. Here's my ultimate goal. I set this goal when I became your coach, is for you to become a successful, wealthy, and prosperous agent. More than just the money. I want you to be the high status agent who picks good clients, who is an expert, who is respected, not just by clients, but in the community and in our industry. And I know there are millions of real estate agents. You are probably in a competitive market, just like here in DC, in California. No matter where you are, there's somebody else trying to do the same thing you're trying to do. But being this kind of guide, the positioning I teach you to be the expert advisor, not just a schlep salesperson begging for a listing, but somebody who has high status, who knows what they're talking about. This is rare and very much in demand. Clients today demand these kind of advisors and guides and experts. So my goal today is to accelerate that, help you achieve that quickly. The money is just a beginning. This is about you, who you want to become in the process. The advice that you provide to your clients, it matters. It makes a difference in people's lives. The stuff you do is a big deal. Guiding and helping people go through such a big decisions as listing a house, selling a house, and moving. It's a big deal. It's a life-changing deal. And I treat the profession you have chosen and the career you have chosen and the tools that I can provide for you with respect. Here's what doesn't matter. What doesn't matter is how long you've been in the business. What doesn't matter is how many deals you closed so far. Your past does not equal your future. What price range you work or what market you're in, your past only indicates direction. These are factors, but not your destiny. That's the cool thing about this business. You can make changes, rapid changes, very quickly. One of the things I want to accomplish today is initiate those changes very, very quickly. But it does require some things. Here's stuff that is critical. What is critical is how much it matters to you. I do coaching calls. When you get my Expired Plus or you get the Listing Presentation Plus or Fizboard or any of my systems, you and I will get on the phone. And we spend about 30, 40 minutes talking about your business and analyzing where you are. And you know, something interesting happens. A group of you is very determined. You guys are totally crushing it. You're very committed, very focused. But there's a second group of agents who think they want stuff, who think they want success. But it's just a lip service. So what I encourage you to do today is do some soul searching and find something that matters to you so much. It could be money, it could be success, it could be whatever, a nice vacation, money in the bank, bills paid, whatever inspires you. But make it big and make it so important that not getting it is just not an option. You will go for it full force. Cool? Is that a deal? All right. Here's a question. What are you willing to give up? Let me close the window. There was a noise outside. What are you willing to give up? You must know what will it cost, because there is always a price. Being broke and struggling, you pay the price. But being successful, taking a lot of listings, working with a lot of clients, there's always a price. And you have to have the right roadmap, because even good intentions, hard work, will not get you far or will lead you in the wrong direction if you don't have the right roadmap. So let's set a right roadmap today. Here's the price you have to be willing to pay. Your comfort. This is not something you can do from your couch, watching the game, eating Doritos. It does require getting your ass out there and getting work done. Some time. It's not a 5-minute thing, magic thing where you push 2 buttons and boom, listings appear. And then you have to give up some safety. That means you're willing to take risk. We have 96 days. There are 96 days of the summer. Anything can happen. You can totally change your business and your life. You can increase, improve. Some of you as much as it breaks my heart, will not be here in 96 days. Some of you will totally crush it, and it will be the best summer you ever had, and I so much want to be part of it. And some of you may be stuck like I was stuck. I was stuck in this goddamn thing. You've heard that story before, right? How I got kicked out of from a room. I was renting a room, not even in like a house or an apartment. I was a real estate agent for 2 years, and things got so bad that even that little room I couldn't afford. It was like $400 a month. We shared a bathroom with another broke-ass loser dude like me. And I ended up being homeless and broke. But a funny thing happened. Even at the hardest point, I somehow knew that things will work out. I somehow had that sense of it's going to be all right. And I went on a quest to try to figure out, well, what the hell am I doing wrong? You know what I came up with? The mindset we talked about. But in addition to that, the difference between me, homeless, broke, and those that did well, and I'm sure there are agents in your office, in your area, who are crushing it, right, doing well, is they have a system. They have a system. They have a step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 system for getting clients, getting listings, getting leads. Once I had a system in place, and I was plenty hungry, so that part wasn't hard. But once I had a system in place, my life has changed. And I so much want your life to be just as successful and full of good changes. And I like to show you these pictures not to impress you. Your lifestyle may be something very completely different from what jazzes me up. But the dreams I set came true for the most part. I have more, of course. But it was a long journey from living in a car to doing stuff that I get to do today. The picture on the bottom especially is significant for me. It was the biggest workshop I've ever done in Las Vegas in January. Some of you were there probably, right? We got to hang out. That was my big dream, is to get a group of people together, like-minded people who have the drive, the desire, who want the tools and my help. And we spent 2 days together. It was a lot of fun. And Jessica, thanks for being here today. I want you to figure out what it takes to have a day like this. And I was so proud. We just did an interview with her. If you haven't seen it, if you're a member of the Listing University, do check it out. Today I'm killing it like Mike Myers. Got 3 listings, wrote 5 offers, equaling 1. They got 1 of my listings. Amazing day. Every single one of you can have an amazing day. Jessica's been at it only for 2 years. But she has those 2 things we talk about. The mindset, the drive, and the systems, the tools. So I wanted to give you the tools today. This will be how-to, practical stuff. The things that you can implement seriously this weekend. This doesn't take weeks of setup. Doesn't require 140 different steps. It will require instant implementation. And of course, I will help you if you want some help. I'll make an offer at the end. We're going to talk about the boot camp. If you want my help, you want to get involved, you and I can work together. There is nothing to buy at the end. The only thing I'm going to do is show you a few slides about the boot camp, tell you what it is, see if you want to come join us. The only thing you can do is register for a quick phone call between you and I. We'll get on the phone and we'll chat. I want to make sure if you do decide to do the boot camp with me, it is the right thing for you. But there's nothing for sale. This will be completely implementation strategy session today. We're going to go over 5 specific strategies, step by step. Where to get leads right now, on listings right now. I know market is kind of hot right now in most part of the country, right? Pretty unreasonable sellers for the most part. Things are selling sometimes within hours. Good listings hard to come by. Expireds kind of dried up for the most part, the new ones. But that doesn't mean you cannot succeed, and you'll see how in just a moment. I want to give you tools to help you and the resources, where to get for more, and then we'll chat about the boot camp. I assume one thing, that most of you, this is not your first time with me, right? You've been on my webinars before, so I assume you already do the now business. You're going after the high probability leads already. So we're going to skip that part. This is not about how to do new expireds. You already know that. If you don't, just check out, there are plenty of resources on the Listing University, on YouTube, on our Rockstars forum on Facebook. I want to give you something else today. I assume you already do the Monday morning, where you start with calling new expireds, then you email and call FISBOs, then you mail, text, send videos to active and potential leads, because that's where the money is. These are high probability, fairly easy to convert leads. This should be your bread and butter, right? You do your phone follow-up with existing leads. That's where the magic happens, in the conversations. You go visit FISBOs and expires. The face-to-face meeting is priceless. It is the most efficient, effective way to build trust, build connection with people, preview the property, get to know them, start building the relationship with them so you can convert them into clients and listings. And then you preview properties, then you have lunch. That's a good morning. So my assumption is you already do these things. We may do future sessions where I can take you step by step through this. This is called the day on fire. But that's not what we're going to do today. Today I want to give you other tools in addition to this, in addition to generating high probability leads through expireds and FISBOs and your sphere. Although some of it will overlap, as you see in just a moment. Okay? So everybody good? Everybody ready? Let's get started with strategy number 1. If you have any questions, you have a couple of options. You can post on the Listing University Tune-Up Live, or you can call me and we'll chat. But first, let me give you the strategies. Here's the first one. Facebook right now is good. People are on Facebook. That's where the business is. So let me give you a simple strategy. What I would like you to do is set up your Facebook account if you don't have one, so you can run ads on Facebook. You're going to add a new campaign. Pick a specific neighborhood or an area that you want to target, where you want to get listings. This should be an area that's fairly affordable, where there's a good turnover, where buyers want to move. It should be big enough for you to get enough leads. That's the first step. The second step is when you go to Facebook, you're going to set up the geographical area of that zone. You're going to simply drop the pin and you can expand it and collapse it. So this is the example. This is where I live. This is Lake Barcroft, just outside of DC. So I'm set up the audience within the lake. Let's say I want a property within the lake. It's a high demand area. A lot of people want to buy a home there. They sell pretty quickly and they're good price range, making good money. Okay? Age group 30 to 65. I have my audience. Now where Facebook is really good is they analyze so much data. They know so much shit about us. It's crazy. They analyze this data and can predict a lot of stuff. For example, I don't know if you knew this, but Facebook can predict our behavior. For example, they stripped the personal data, so this was not personal, but it was based on our behavior. They can predict 7 days in advance when two people become a couple and start dating. So between two people who start messaging each other, checking each other's pictures, based on that behavior, they can tell, oh, these two, they'll be dating within a week. Pretty amazing, among other things. So we're going to use that. You're going to set up detailed targeting, and there are two important parts to detailed targeting in your campaign. One is likely to move based on that behavior. Facebook can help us identify leads or potential homeowners who may be moving. And I will narrow it down to homeowners. I'm going to exclude all the tenants. So now I know that in my area I have about 6,000 people that I can potentially reach, between 360 and 960 people that my campaign can reach on Facebook. That's not bad. That's a pretty decent size audience. Now I'll set my budget. This one is set at $20. Don't go crazy. You can burn through a lot of cash. That's the downside of Facebook. It's effective. There are people on it, but it is not exactly cheap, so you can burn through cash quickly. Set your daily budget, and I'm going to only run it for 3 or 4 days, because that's all I need to see if this campaign is working, if it's producing leads for me. And I'll set up the ad. You have several options there. This is the basic one. This one was targeted for a specific area in Franklin, Tennessee, and Joe, the agent who ran it, ended up getting a listing and a buyer transaction just out of this one run. As you can see, got 5 comments, 11 likes, not bad. Okay, so that's one option. We have a specific area that you target with this ad. Here's a variation on that. What is your Calgary home worth, or your specific area worth? Good use of headline there because it gets attention and it specifically talks to a specific target audience. Click to get the value of your home now. You've seen these are very common. They still work. What is your home worth? Receive a comprehensive report about the value of your home. Learn more. Here's my take on it. Lake Barcroft home values are going up. Good news, something that hooks the potential audience. Specific area again, Lake Barcroft. the sold sign, right? 2016 Lake Barcroft price report. Something that I assume the sellers want to see, a price report. I'm not talking about a market evaluation. I'm not talking about anything that may scare them. Oh, salesman's going to visit me. They're going to bug me. I don't want that. It's a price report. Your home may be worth more than you think. Ooh, greed, curiosity, hook again. Psychological stuff, psychological warfare. Get a list of sales prices in our neighborhood. Keyword there, our neighborhood. What am I implying there? That it's our neighborhood. I care about it. I might even live there. I work there. It's more than just my farm. Find out how much your neighbors got for their home. No obligation, learn more. So I'm reducing the risk. Their fear of, oh, I'm going to be obligated now. I'm going to get locked in with some agent. But I'm curious what my neighbors got for their home. Okay? So that's a variation. Then you test. Remember, nothing works perfect the first time. So experiment with tweaking the headline, the picture, the copy, and the landing page. All right? So that's your first strategy. Here are 3 resources that will help you. To generate reports quickly, you may subscribe. Now, we are not affiliated with any of these guys, so please do your own due diligence. I just think it's a good service that will help you. Cloud CMA will help you put together those CMA reports. Leadpages.net will help you with landing pages. That's where they go once they click on your ad. And Listings to Leads is a system that will help you both with landing pages, capturing, and in campaigns. Okay, so check them out. They're subscription-based, not very expensive, worth looking into. Now, obviously, I cannot turn you into a Facebook advertising guru within an hour and a half that we have together. This will take some practice, and if you're not careful, you can burn through capital quickly. So this is the best book I've ever read on Facebook advertising. Really approachable, in an approachable way, explains to you how to set up campaigns, how to test things, how to tweak, how to bid for clicks and all that. Really good book. Highly recommended. Perry Marshall really knows about Facebook more than anyone I know. Good stuff. Facebook Advertising, 2nd edition. It's like $12 on Amazon. Highly recommended. Good read. For those of you guys who are a member of my Listing University membership, you become a member when you get my Borino or Expired Plus, or if you do the bootcamp with me, you get a free membership and then it turns into a paid subscription. It's only $47, what I spend about a week in Starbucks. But there's a great session. This guy here is another great real estate rock star. He's going to do about 100 deals this year, did about 100 last year. His name is Mike Cribben. Smart guy, good friend, and a very skilled agent, good with technology. Runs campaigns on Facebook that result on average between 4 and 6 listings a month. Now, of course, the disclaimer, I'm not promising you're going to get the same results. Everybody's results are different. But Mike did a session with me. I interviewed him where we opened up his Facebook account and he walked us through the entire campaign, how it's set up, what kind of text he uses, images, and all that. So check it out. Log into the Listing University if you're a member, how to get leads and listings on Facebook. If you're not a member, all you got to do is just shoot us a quick email if you want. My email is borino@expiredplus.com. We can set you up, or you can just go to Listing University and sign up. All right, guys. So that's the first strategy. I have 4 more for you. Yes, everybody good? Enjoying it? Let me check the pulse of the group on the Listing University. Da-da-da-da. Here we go. Shanta's enjoying it. James is there. James in Brazil right now. Check you out. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to this webinar, says Derek. Marco says, Borino, I just got a Success Plus package and I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. We'll talk about it. We'll do the implementation session, Marco. We'll talk about it. All right, good. So everybody's good. Let's continue. Let me give you session numero 2. All right. And that's an open house strategy. But it's not your traditional open house. You know how an agent does it? Well, shit, what am I going to do this Friday? Oh, I mean, this Saturday, let's get out 3 signs out there and hopefully somebody's going to show up. What I want you to put together is an open house that attracts primarily seller leads. In this market, buyers are a dime a dozen. You're going to burn through a lot of time working buyers and you have no guarantee you're going to get paid. My recommendation, refer buyers out. Don't waste time. Focus on sellers. Top quality leads only. First of all, you want leads who are WAR, W-A-R, who are willing to work with you. Approachable people who see the value in what you do. A stands for able. They're able to make the move. They're in a position to do that. They have the money. They have the conditions are met. And R stands for ready. Not a year from now, not 2 years from now. Who wants that? You want leads that move within 6 months. Your primary target would be neighbors who want to sell. You know how it is. When a new listing pops up somewhere, a few weeks later, somebody else decides to sell because of that. It never fails, right? So you want to go after these neighbors, and I'll show you how. You also want buyers who must sell first. Those are good leads. Somebody who walks in, who says, we love the house, or we love this neighborhood, but we need to know what we can get for our house. The trick to the house, to good open house, is pick the right house. If you have a dead open house, there's a good chance you pick the wrong house. What you want to focus on is make sure it's priced right, it's a good price, good location, desirable location, nice, good neighborhood. It has a nice curb appeal. It has a nice attraction from the outside. It looks nice. It's appealing. And it's easy access. So I don't have to climb, I don't have to go through gates, I don't have to drive forever. Easy access. Then you want to generate traffic. So we start with distributing flyers throughout the neighborhood. Knock on some doors, meet some people, talk to people. Put together a simple video, pop it on YouTube, pop it on Facebook. Worst comes to worst, just stand in front of the house. That's what I would do. You know how I would make the video if I was in a pinch? I would just grab one of these, just a regular smartphone, stand in front of the house, point the phone at me, just like this, and I would say, hi, this is Borino with ABC Real Estate. This weekend on Saturday between 1 and 5 p.m., this house behind me, this lovely 4-bedroom home will be open. It has 4 bedrooms, plenty of space, gorgeous remodeled kitchen, and wait till you see the backyard. Maybe you know somebody who may be interested, or maybe you are thinking about selling. Stop by this weekend. The address is 1234 Maple Avenue. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person. Click. Done. Now I have a video. I'll show a little bit of the house, curiosity. The video doesn't need to show a whole bunch of stuff about the house. That's not the point. And contrary, when you have videos where you show the property, if you show too much, many clients, potential clients, will disqualify the property. So you want to get the curiosity going, okay? Simple, short video, and then you're ready to rock and roll. Then you're going to put a teaser sign out. Pop it a few days before the open house. Open house coming this Saturday. Use a lot of signs. You want to get traffic. You want to get people interested. You want to create a buzz. 2, 3 signs, not enough. Flags, balloons, whatever it takes. And then set up a live stream. Live stream is really taking off right now. Live video on Facebook, you've seen it, I've done it, many other people have done it. Works really well. This is an example. Now we won't stream because we are not set up to do a double stream video of a video. But this is my man Frank Bernardo. That did a really nice little short stream. It's only 2-minute little video where he stands in front of the house first, then walks in, introduces some refreshments, talks about the house a little bit. And look at that, 99 views. Not bad. And the cool part is this gets saved on Facebook. So potential clients can see, hey, I'm working, I'm active, I use technology. I'm not just some schlep who puts the sign up there and hopes that the listing sells. All right? This is where the money is. Use a guest register. The beautiful thing about the guest register is it works as a filter. And it will filter out all the difficult assholes, all the tire kickers, and everybody who is trying to establish control. In other words, everybody who would be hard to work with. When people balderdash this, when they don't want to fill out the guest register, it is not about their privacy. They will make it sound about it. That's not the real issue. It's about fear and control. That's why a certain group of your potential visitors will not get in. And you don't want them in. Because most motivated, nice people will complete it without hesitation. Everything gets filled out. Listen, if you don't have a problem asking, they will not have a problem filling it out. They're entering private property. It's your open house. You set the rules. Now, if you want a copy, just email me. I'll be more than happy to send you this PDF. If you want to customize it, it's all good. But this is where the money is. Now, if you want to get fancy, you can get an app. You can use your iPad like Open Home Pro. The downside is if your open house gets busy, I've heard stories where the iPad gets lost. Magically. You know what I mean? So good pen and paper works just fine. How do you get people to give you accurate information? There are 2 things you got to do. One, offer a little incentive if you want. Hey, by the way, we're doing a raffle at the end, $25 gift card, and we're going to email the winner, so make sure we have the right contact information. That's one way to do it. And then through follow-up. Because the money is in the follow-up. That's where the real money is for an open house. So here's what you do. You do 3 things. You're going to text them immediately. Great meeting you today at 1234 Maple Avenue. I'll be in touch. Call within 24 hours. You must talk to them as soon as possible. That's where the magic happens. It is not about text. Text is a ping. Email is a ping. But people hide behind it because they're uncomfortable. They're scared of picking up the phone and talking to another human being. You, my friends, are my rock stars. You're different, right? So call them, have a little conversation with them, ask questions, be interested in them, make it about them. And then the third step is you send them a thank you note. Handwritten thank you note, pleasure meeting you, I enjoyed our conversation, hopefully I can help you. Nice and simple. This stuff works. Look at my man Troy, crushing it in Texas. Borino systems work, follow them up, you will be successful. This weekend I put my new listing on the market and follow this Open House Plus. I did a coming soon campaign, Facebook ads, video, 10 signs, customer gift registration, and the results were unbelievable. Drum roll, please. All right. 17 families attended, 3 buyer leads, 2 seller leads, and yes, 1 offer at full asking. Not only did I get an offer, I will double end this listing, and they were impressed with everything I did. I will list their house as well. So 3 sites on the first day. Thank you, Borino. Here's the video to check it out. Troy, thank you, my man. Just following the steps. That's all he did. 3 sites in 1 day. Not bad. You can do the same. Not guaranteed results, but the steps. If you follow the steps, if you do it right, pick the right house, market it the way we talked about, follow up with everybody, there's business there. It clearly works. Cool? So that was strategy number 2. Let's talk about strategy number 3. I call it the buyer strategy. But Borino, didn't you just say don't work with buyers? Yes, this is different. Wait till you see this one. Here's how you get listings. You did an open house, or you do have a couple of good buyers on file. You're going to send this out. Here's the letter you're going to mail out. Dear Jim and Susan, I wanted to drop you a note because I have clients who are very interested in purchasing a nice 4-bedroom home in Lake Barcroft, similar to yours. So far, our search has been unsuccessful, so I want to reach out to you. This works great if there are not enough listings in your market. Henry and Rose are well qualified, very motivated, and ready to purchase a house to make our neighborhood their own new home for them and their daughter Leela. If you or one of your neighbors are thinking about selling in the near future, please contact me as soon as possible. This could be a better option so you're not locked in a lengthy listing, just waiting for a perfect buyer. Now, if you want to make it a little more powerful, add a picture of your buyers. Makes it even real, more real, realer. Realer. Is there a word like that? Realer. Okay? Here's the second part to it. You may call my cell at 800-573-8492 or email borino@expiredplus.com. I'll give them options. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, Borino, a real estate agent. Then the disclaimer, obviously, please disregard if your house is already listed. This letter is not intended as a listing solicitation. I will contact your agent directly. Simple, easy. I like to personalize it with the number of bedrooms they have and the first name and the last, and their names. That makes it look like it was personally sent to them. Then you have several options. You can get fancy and you can set up your database and weed out those that just purchased the home, non-owner occupieds and all that. Or you can just go every door direct. That's an option through United States Postal Service. It's the same area we targeted with Facebook. This will give me 2 zip codes, about 1,331 addresses that I'm going to target. And my postage will be about $234 to send this out. You want to crank this up a notch? Phone follow-up. There are companies, for example, my title company used to help me. I don't know if they still do it, but there are resources, call. There are others who will give you the names and phone numbers of these people so you can call them. Hey, just wanted to touch base with you. I'm the guy who sent you that letter. I still work with Henry. They still want to buy the house. Did you get that letter? Have you thought about selling? Would you happen to know somebody? Nice and easy. Soft approach. No pressure required. Groovy? All right. This is something you can do this weekend, seriously. Everything we talk about. You can do the Facebook this afternoon. You can set up a good open house. And you can start setting up the letters. Cranking. No sitting around. Come on. Let's get going. All right. Strategy number 4. door knocking strategy, but not your traditional door knocking. This is better, more effective. The reason this works is because real estate is still a people business. It's still one human being talking, connecting, and helping another human being. It's always a people business. People helping people. And it's very personal. So door knocking is a great way to meet people, talk to people, and get leads and listings. Why is that important? It's because it's about trust. Think about it this way. Every single lead you've ever gotten was because they liked you, they trusted you, and respected you. There is way more trust with face-to-face meeting than there'll ever be on the phone or with email, with direct mail. It's all about trust. And no gadget and no tool will ever replace the face-to-face meeting. That's why it's cool. Also, it's free. Doesn't cost anything. It's simple. You just have to walk the neighborhood, talk to people, and it's instant. You don't need to master or learn complicated tools or gadgets. You don't need to go to a bunch of classes, right? It's instant. You can be talking to neighbors this afternoon, so start right away. Best times to do it, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's a good window. Also 4 p.m. to 6:30. Saturday mornings work really well, and then Sunday afternoons. And it's also cool because you're going to be reaching people who either are not on Facebook, don't use the latest technology. A lot of older folks, for example, here where we live, there are pockets where there are some seniors, they don't really give a shit much about Facebook or Twitter or Snapchat. So to meet them face-to-face is by far the most effective way to do that. Also people who work out of their homes, moms. So pick a neighborhood with easy-to-reach homes, no hills, no gates, no spread-out properties. Make sure the neighborhood is safe. Good place to start is around your own house. Meet your own neighbors. Talk to your own neighbors. Introduce yourself. They need to know you. Now, if you want to get a little fancier, take one of these with you. This is what Peter does with Remax Elite, just a little certificate, complimentary market evaluation. I love the barcode and all the logos, makes it look very official, right? He passes this out. Or you can do something like this. This is Rachel Adams with Keller Williams in Sacramento. Great rockstar agent, top 1,000 Keller Williams agents. Very successful. A little flyer that they pass around. This alone got Rachel and her team in 2 hours 4 CMA requests and 1 listing, just by door knocking and passing these out. This is the one you found in the Listing University. You can personalize this one. Attention homeowners, prices in the neighborhood have gone up. Now you don't want to lie, obviously. None of this would work by lying. If you don't have a buyer, don't send that letter, of course. Maybe your company has a buyer, though. Maybe your company had a listing that generated buyers and somebody else is looking for a property. Be creative, but don't lie, okay? And then here's a little report you can bring with you. People like looking at these. Whether they want to sell immediately or 6 months from now or never, everybody likes to just kind of scan and go, oh, you're kidding me. They got $675 for that piece of shit? Get out of here. And then you just use a very simple approach. You ring the doorbell, you smile, and you say, hello, my name is Borino. Well, you don't say Borino, obviously. I'm Borino with ABC Real Estate. We just sold Mary Jackson's home over on Maple Street. And we still have 2 more buyers looking to buy in the neighborhood. Would you happen to know if anybody would like to get a good price for their home? Somebody who may be thinking about selling? So you want to initiate the conversation. Now, if you smile, you have a good time, they will smile, they will have a good time. And people sometimes will be curious. How long did it take to sell? How much did they get for it? You know, get them in a conversation. And you say, well, we don't have that many nice homes to sell at the moment. The market is really hot. How about you? What if a buyer walks in with a suitcase full of cash, they fall in love with your house? Would you consider it if the price was right? And if you were to sell, where would you like to move to? Where would you go next? How soon? Well, we're thinking about going to Florida in 6 months. Ooh, bingo. I got a good one. One of the best questions you can ask, and not just door knocking, but in general, and this is not just a fancy question, this is an attitude, this is a general approach to what I teach you, is be helpful, be cool. Be the first one to reach out and ask, is there anything I can help you with? Yeah, we were wondering if you happen to have a good gardener, or a good plumber, or a good handyman, or somebody who can help us, a good real estate attorney, whatever. Be resourceful. When you go door knocking, you will notice that most people will be friendly. Some of them will be turds, but for the most part, people will be nice. They will talk to you. They will engage in a conversation. What it's going to come down to is if you're having a good time. If you're smiling, if it's pleasant, like right now here in DC, it's a beautiful day, sun is out, it's lovely. And yes, you must be willing to break through a comfort zone. In order for you to become successful, get paid well for your work. Whether we decide to work together at the end, doesn't matter. You may want to do this on your own, you want my help, it's all good. But you must have 3 things. Break out through your comfort zone, move forward when it's not pleasant and easy. And you know this business is not always pleasant and easy. But how you feel should not be a deterring factor. It should not be a barrier. If you feel like it, great, keep going. If you don't feel like it, great, keep going. The second thing is you must know your destination. Know where you're going. How much money do you want to make? What kind of lifestyle you want to build? How much it's going to cost? How many listings does it require to get there? Very important to know. And the third thing, you must commit. You will never let your self-doubt to stop you from having what you want. We all been there. You're going to question me. You're going to question yourself. Your spouse probably questioned your choice of being an agent. But that's going to hold you in place. You're going to be stuck in stress and struggle and mediocrity. And that, my friend, no way to live and enjoy this life and work. And I know it's hard. I don't pretend this is an easy. It's not a complicated business. It's not complicated. But it can be hard at times. I know. Dealing with people, dealing with other agents, dealing with appraisers and inspectors and all that, it can get to you at times. I know. I've been there. I understand that. But remember what we said at the beginning, that's the price you got to pay. That's what sometimes takes to have the fun lifestyle that you want. The cool thing about hard work, it makes you stretch. So that way you expect more from yourself. You're not the same old, same old. It does make you grow. It does make you better. And the Borino rule, you already know it. If you want to earn more than an average agent, you have to do more than an average agent. Average agent makes less than $50,000 a year. My mailman makes more money than average agent in US. So you got to push and do more. And with that, let me give you a strategy number 5. That's your sphere of influence. Whether you've been in a business for a week, a month, a year, 10 years, 20 years, doesn't matter. Remember what we said at the beginning. Years in a business, irrelevant. You still can generate a lot of business working referrals. And as always, I like to have data. I like to provide facts. So this one is straight from a Census Bureau. Look at this number right here. Every year, more than 35 million Americans, or about 12%, move. That's a lot of people. 12% of people move every year. So if 35.7 million Americans will move, by the way, number one reason why they move is job transfer. That means if you have 200 real friends between you and let's say your spouse on Facebook, statistically, 24 of them will be moving this year. And they probably know another at least 24. A lot of business around you. Here's another important fact. This is straight from an NAR study. Every year they publish the home profile of home buyers and sellers. Number one way of getting listings referred by a friend, neighbor, or relative. That's why you got to know your neighbors. That's why you got to connect with your sphere of influence. It's by far the number one method how people find real estate agents. Why? Because there's so much trust already built in. Here's the 4 things they must know about you. Everybody in your sphere. Who you are. Would they recognize you in a supermarket? Would they walk up to you? Would they say hello on the street? They must know what you do, what areas you work, how you can help them. Number 3, how to get in touch with you. Let's say they're over here, their aunt wants to sell a condo. Would they know where to get your information? Where is your business card, phone number, email? It's your job to make it easy for them to find contact for you. And this is the most important one, trust. See how it goes back into that trust loop again? Why you can be trusted. It's all about connection. Real estate will always be a relationship business. We have the tools, we have the gadgets, we have all kinds of fancy stuff that helps us. But every few days, you connect with somebody who is in your sphere as a human being, interested in them, just for a cup of coffee or talk. You're going to build way more business that way with any fancy tool out there. You don't need to ask for referrals. This is not about the Amway. You know how somebody in your family or friends joins the Amway and they buck the shit out of you? You don't want to do that. You just have to be social. Talk about work, absolutely. Mention real estate, cool. but in a passionate, positive way, not in a desperate way of begging for listings. Especially now, we're headed for summer, great time for parties, meeting people, talking to people, asking questions, where you're interested in them. And that's really the trick, where you ask questions about them, about their life, their family, genuinely interested. And then you offer tips and advice, you provide information, and you keep in touch. But you keep in touch by being cool and being helpful, by being engaged, not by soliciting. Yeah? Makes sense? This works because real estate will always be a people business. So if you meet people, if you talk to people, remember that like attracts like. Everybody you know is either a potential client or they know somebody. So whether it's your church, your synagogue, your club, your gym, golf, there's a law of commonality. Like attracts like. And the reason it's important now, look at these numbers. This is straight and the latest report from NAR. Pull this up. Look at 2015 numbers. The month of June, 572,000 home sales. It was the busiest, most profitable month. Summer is always, I don't know who started, lately I've been seeing this summer slump bullshit. There's no such thing. I don't know, one of the coaches, I guess, was talking about how agents hit a summer slump slow. Nonsense, look at that. July, 551,000. August, 504,000. There is no reason, I have absolutely no reason to believe that this summer will be any different. It just makes sense. The weather is nice, kids are out of school, it's easier to look for homes. The inventory is not that bad. Interest rates, not that bad. That means you average these numbers out, there's 14,372 average number of daily transactions. That means by the time we're going to be done, there'll be over 600. Every hour, there are 1,200 potential commissions being paid. So here's a question I have for you. Wouldn't your life be a heck of a lot easier, more fun, and more fulfilling if money ceased to be an issue for you? And I know, Borino, there's more to life than just money. Of course there is. But money solves problems you normally have to deal with if you don't have any. And that's stress, and that's tension, and it's just not fun. So you must go off the limiting beliefs that they will screw you up. There is plenty. You just saw the numbers. 14,000 deals a day. There's more around you that you can possibly handle. Yes, it requires work. You got to go work. Roll up your sleeves. Use these 5 strategies we talk about. But you got to drop that scarcity mentality. There's plenty. Yes, the game has changed. But there's more, and more than enough for everybody. Regardless of the market, the economy, or the external conditions, there are people out there right now in your town, in your city, in your area who need your help, and who are more than willing, more than happy, and more than able and ready to pay you for your service. So here's a question you got to keep asking yourself. What do I need to focus on every day to build my business and my ideal lifestyle in the next 96 days? Because that's the beautiful thing about real estate. If you open a bookstore, if you open a car shop, if you open any other business, it's going to take you probably 2-3 years before you see a dime of profit. That's if something like a restaurant will survive that long. Most don't. But in real estate, you can be up and running very, very quickly. If you start using these strategies, you could see leads immediately. So that this will be your lifestyle. Will that require work and dedication? Well, absolutely. Will you have to break out of your comfort zone? You bet. But here's the question. Is it worth it? And I'm 100% sure yes. Because ask yourself this, what's the alternative? The mediocrity, the Toyota, the little apartment, little house, same old struggle? Come on, living paycheck to paycheck, getting by, that's no way of making a living. Or worse, you're going to give up and quit? What, 80% of the real estate agents don't make it past year 2? That's not you. Listen, you've been with me about an hour here, and this is not your first show with me, correct? So that's one thing I know about you. You're not a quitter. You wouldn't be here learning this stuff, trying to look for new ways to do better. You being here means you're ambitious, you're willing to work, you're open-minded, and you're willing to try new stuff, learn something new, and do something, roll up your sleeves and get the job done. You want to help clients, you want to do well, earn money, be cool. Am I right? So go in. Start right now, this Friday, where you expect to get great leads. Change your expectations. Expect for this to work. Expect to have motivated sellers. Expect to get appointments. Expect people, yes, we want to work with you. Yes, please help us. Expect to get great listings, not just some shitty overpriced garbage, good listings. And expect to make money. My man Ryan, met him in my workshop, came to my workshop. Look at this. New agent, 3 deals in 1 week, closed. Now again, I'm not making promises. These are unusual results. But if a new rookie can climb up and get nice rewards and make money, what's stopping you? You know what's stopping you is overthinking it. There comes a point where you just have to, bam, jump in the water. The only way to learn is you gotta be in the water. Watching more videos about swimming, reading more books about swimming, talking about swimming will not make you a good swimmer. You gotta be in there. That's why I put together the boot camp. Because rather than me just telling you what to do, I want to work on this together. Now I know a thing or two about risk. See that there? That's a grenade. The boot camp is for you if you want to partner up with me. If you want somebody who will stand there right next to you and put these things together. If you want to have more good leads, you want to have more appointments, you want to have more good listings quickly. Now you may have good intentions in the past, we all been there, but you got sidetracked. It happens to all of us. If you want to get back that control of your business, your income and your future, this may be for you. Now again, you can't buy anything right now, so don't worry. The bootcamp means you and I will work on your business together. We'll become partners in your business. We just finished one last week. Again, results not typical, all the usual disclaimers, no promises are guaranteed. 27 agents in 7 weeks generated 1,351 warm leads and listed so far 89 properties. That number, of course, conversion of those leads will continue, but as of last week, it was 89 properties. Same thing. You know what the difference is? Why some people do it? Because they have a system. They know what the steps are. They have the tools. The bootcamp is pretty simple, really. We only focus on 3 things. Because if you take a profitable business apart, it's only about 3 things. If you know how to get good leads, if you know how to get appointments with those leads, and if you know how to turn those appointments into listings, you have a profitable business model. And it's just a matter of scaling it. Does that make sense? So first we're going to focus on motivated leads, new and old expireds, step-by-step system. Here's the marketing tools you're going to use. Here are the dialogues. Here's the process. Here's how you find them. Here's how you approach them. Here's how you follow up with them. The whole shebang. Same with FSBOs. We're going to build the Borino system right there together. Where to find FSBOs, how to talk to them, how to differentiate yourself immediately from every other agent approaching them. And I'll build together a referral system for you. Because I have agents, a friend of mine, Lisa, you're going to meet her in my workshop in October if you come. She does over $700,000 a year. Most of it is referral business. I'll show you exactly how she does it. When we're done, you will know how to make the first contact using all the resources and all the tools. What to say, how to say it, why, all that. You will learn strategies to build trust and rapport with the sellers very quickly, sometimes in minutes. And you will go quickly from the connection to contract to getting listings. You will position yourself differently throughout the entire process. You will be the solution, not just another agent begging for a listing. And of course, the marketing materials are part of it. You got to use the tools and resources, how to make a strong first impression, strong first contact. That's all part of the package. You will know how to use mail, phone, email sequences, what it takes to turn leads into appointments, and I will give you advanced tools to beat your competition. There is some stuff that's not even in the books you're going to get that we have to work on it together during the bootcamp. That will include the phone, the mail, video, personal contacts, emails, everything at your disposal. How to become the agent that is the solution, who is part of the team. Final step, listing presentation. How to deliver a killer listing presentation. So that you have more good listings, your pricing is easier. No price reductions. I really hated price reduction. It makes you look incompetent even though the seller was the doofus that picked the price. More commissions and more happy sellers as a result. And of course, happy sellers often lead to referrals. This is a workshop style. That means I'm not just telling you stuff. You will see what works. I show you do this, and I'll show you don't do that. Because I've tried it and tested it, and of course thousands of my students have as well. So you know what works and what doesn't. There are weekly and daily assignments that will help you stay on track. That will help you avoid that nasty procrastination that all of us sometimes drags down. You will have a bootcamp buddy. This will be a partner, another student with whom you will work daily. And of course, there'll be direct support from me. This is something I enjoy doing, I love doing more than anything, and the results, of course, are fun to watch. So the big part of that is accountability. I review your numbers weekly, and I also have, I can show you, I actually got a drill sergeant hat. And if you call me Smokey the Bear, I will kick your ass. But this is the United States Marine Corps drill sergeant hat that I wear during the boot camp because I have the authority and I have my whip to help you stay on track and do what it takes to be successful. So this is a hands-on workshop. Yes, we meet online, but it will require for you to do the work where you and I will set your business up together. That's why I keep the group small. I only accept 30 students at a time, and 3 spots are already taken. 3 of you already signed up. Tyler, I thought you were one of them, right? This means you'll have plenty of opportunity to practice, to get help, and to ask me questions, ask fellow students questions. We review your comments and questions at the beginning of every boot camp, so that way you always know what's happening. At the end of the 7 live webinar sessions, you will have an operational systems in place. Perfect? No, of course not, but operational. These sessions are recorded, so if you happen to miss one or you want to go back, you can watch it again. It stays up for at least 30 days after we're done. There's a daily interaction between you and I, between other students, and we also may do a bonus call. Or at the end of the workshop, if you want to get on the phone, we can all just get on the phone and talk. My commitment to you is I will stay with it and with you until this works. Everybody moves at a different pace. Some of you will take off like rocket ships and list a bunch of listings. Some of you will need more help. My commitment is I'll stay. You ask me where you need help and we'll work on it. But you're getting a complete business in a box. That's the cool thing about it. So you get an expired system with all the scripts, mail, marketing, brochures, everything. You're getting a FSBO system. You're getting a referral system and a listing presentation system. So you're getting leads, you're getting appointments, and you're getting listings. And of course, every program that I've ever produced is part of the package. So you get the Presentation Plus, the Open House Plus, Gravity, Mind Matrix, really cool if you struggle with confidence or discipline. Core Influence, the latest communication program specifically for real estate. The latest Expired Plus, 6 months of Listing University, and the Borino system. If you just wanted to get all this, you can. Piece by piece, it will cost you $1,532. It's all included. It's part of the deal. The reason I want you to be part of the bootcamp and consider it is I want to personally help you to build your business. I know it can be overwhelming and confusing. Yesterday, I was on a webinar. First thing they were talking about is you got to be blogging. And I'm sitting there going, well, how long do I have to blog? This was the first advice, first strategy that they shared. So I'm sitting there going, all right, so how long do you think it would take me between my first blog post, and mind you, I have a blog, I write, I enjoy it, but how long would it take from the first post till I get a paycheck? What do you think? What I want to give you are systems that produce results rapidly. Now, with the bootcamp, you have direct access to me. So if you need to talk to me personally, absolutely, I'm available. The price, only $29.97. If you are our existing client, we credit you. So let's say you bought the Expired Plus in the past, you're going to get credit for it. We also have a payment plan, and we're starting in October. By then, you will receive everything. We'll get you up and running with everything, so we're going to hit the ground running. We don't start from zero. If that's something that you want to explore further, just go to Borino.com, fill out that application. We ask for a small deposit. And, oh, forgot to tell you, if you're my subscriber, if you're either my student, my subscriber, or my client, you qualify for $1,000 instant discount, $1,000 off. And we also offer an early bird discount of another $500. So the price goes down, only 3 easy payments of $499. So here's the deposit. That's just to show up for the phone call. You and I get on the phone. There's no big pitch or anything. I just have some questions for you. Where do you want to take it? What got in the way in the past? And how I can help. So Roseanne, after you make the deposit, you're going to fill out a little form. Tell me a little bit about your business. I want to make sure this really is for you. You're a good match. Since the group is always so small, everybody that I bring on board, I want to make sure, yes, good match. And I want to make sure this will be your lifestyle. Now, maybe none of this really matters. Maybe you don't want to play golf and have boats and send kids to Harvard or whatever. Maybe it's something completely different, but I'm sure there's something. A life you wanted for you and your family. I was able to do it for my family, and I'm grateful and I appreciate the opportunity to be your coach and work with you. I want to pass it on to you now and give you the same freedom. If you're clear what you want to live debt-free, you want to send kids to school and travel, have fun, or even drive that Benz, whatever. I'm a Benz guy. I like Benz. My wife, Lexus. Go figure. Tension in the family. So if you want to be a successful, respected agent, it's all out there. It's just a matter of getting you there quickly by taking the steps, building the systems, working on it together. All right? So if you're curious, go to goborino.com, put the deposit. Now, of course, if we decide that this is not for you, if I feel like this is not a good match, or you feel like not something you want to do, we'll refund your $100 immediately. I want to keep your money. It's just to make sure you show up at the phone call that when we're going to chat. All right? Come check it out. Might be worth talking to me. Maybe you can ask a question or two about the business while we're on the phone. It's perfectly all right. All right, guys. Any questions I can answer for you? Did you enjoy the session? Did you enjoy the strategies? I'm not going anywhere. I will answer your questions. We're going to open the phone lines if you have questions. As a matter of fact, let me show you the phone number. It is right here. The number you can call so we can talk live is 641-715-3605. Our ID for today's session is 801031, and then you can hit pound. And to get into a queue to ask questions, you're going to hit *6. Marco has a question. Marco would like to know how long is the boot camp. The boot camp is 7 weeks. We get together once a week, Marco, and it's every Wednesday. The session itself is about an hour and a half, depending on how many questions I get. So it's a live webinar for about 90 minutes each. And of course, they get recorded. So 7 weeks, 90 minutes each. We always do it on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Good question, Mr. Marco. Would love to talk to you about it more. Richard, Borino, how do you obtain the letter you previewed to send to homeowners who may wish to sell? You know what, Richard? Send me an email. Here's my email address. Let me show it on the screen. Shoot me an email. I'll send you a copy. Borino@expertplus.com. Okay, good question. All right. George wants to know, Borino, on strategy number 3, buyer strategy, do you put the buyer's letter on a postcard in order to send them out through every door direct? You can, absolutely. Or you can send it as a letter. How you're going to send it is really optional. You can do every door direct. You can do postcards. You can do bulk mail. Those would be the choices. Yeah, you can absolutely do that, George. Very good question. Kelly wants to ask, she wants to know, do you recommend a particular number of flyers for an open house? The more the better, Kelly. The more the better. I figure if I talk to 100 people, I'm going to walk with about 2 to 3 leads. So it's going to take me 3, 5, 6 doors to talk to one person, so you work your numbers backwards. Some of it, of course, depends on the time you want to allocate to it, how much stamina you have, because if it gets hot out there, of course, it's a little more challenging. But the rule is the more the better. The more people you talk to, the better. The more flyers get distributed throughout the neighborhood. Now, the trick is not just to leave a flyer, of course. The trick is to talk to people, connect with people. The flyer is just a backup to leave something behind. Because sometimes you would be surprised people would either email you or call you back just of that little flyer. Okay? Good question, Kelly. Elias and Alejandra in Queens, New York. Good stuff. Looking forward to seeing you in DC again and a boot camp. Fantastic. 2 people who won the Rockstar Agent of the Year, the prestigious Borino Award. We had a nice ceremony in Las Vegas, so it's great to have you guys back. Absolutely. Donette says, I hate technology. Well, unfortunately, it's part of this business, and you can't get away from it. But the core of the business is not about technology, Donette. I totally understand your sentiment. I understand where you're coming from. It does require building connections with people. And if you get good at that, if you're good at talking to strangers, asking the right questions, being interested in them, and being in control, being a high-status, confident agent, you're going to succeed. You totally can. All right? Very good. Now, you guys on the phone, let me see here. I'm going to log into the system. Hold on a second. Let me give you the number you can call. Do you want to talk? Is there something you wanted to chat about? Here is the number. Something happened with our system, and let me just go to a live conference. Yes. All right, for those of you guys who are on the phone right now, if you hit *6, that will pop on my screen, put you in a queue, and we can chat, all right? So the number is 641-715-3605. The ID for the conference is 801031#. And the question, so you raise your hand to ask question, is *6. Okay? So what do you guys think? Good stuff today? I'm curious, which strategy would you implement first? Which do you think will work the best for you? Curious about that. Which one are you most excited about? All right, let's see. Are there any more questions I can answer for you? James from Miami, congratulations, just got my license in Miami. Welcome to this crazy business, James. I'll start working there at the end of the year. At the time, I'll get in contact with you. Would love to work with you, absolutely. Donette has a question. I would like to go to Washington, D.C. to meet with you. Is this included? Great question. Might as well tell you. This was a surprise, a special bonus. We just signed a contract. The answer is yes. If you sign up for the boot camp, you will have the opportunity for free to spend 2 days with me. For those of you new to the boot camp, if you're my alumni, we'll get you a discount, of course. I would love for you to come to the Washington, D.C. It's going to be, let me pull the calendar so that I have the actual dates. I didn't plan on talking about it, but since Donette already asked, fuck it, might as well tell you. It's going to be in, September. Here it is. It is Confident Communication Live Masterclass. We're going to work on Monday and Tuesday. Excuse me. Sorry, it's October. October 3rd and October 4th. October 3rd and October 4th. Confident Communication Masterclass with Borino, live. We're going to take 50 people. We've done this a couple times before, and it was sensational. So picture 50 people in a classroom. And this is not just me telling you communication tricks, how to talk to people on the phone, how to ask questions, but also in person. But this is also you trying different things, where you get up a lot and actually role play, practice. We will actually put you on the phone with expireds and FISBOs, with existing leads, so you can practice and talk to live leads right there in the classroom. It's a lot of fun. It's also challenging. It's gonna push your comfort zone. That's the idea. We're gonna have 2 of these. Where's my camera? We're gonna have 2 of these pointing at you and recording things that you're doing well and things that you need to work on. And we're going to point them out and we're going to analyze them. That's day 1. Confident communication, you're prospecting, handling objections, answering questions, setting up appointments, following up with leads. Those 5 things. We're going to start 9 in the morning and we're going to go till 5 p.m. in the afternoon. Full day of work. It's going to be pretty busy. That's day 1. Day 2, we're going to work on your listing presentation. How do you handle yourself? From first impression, saying hello, asking questions, sitting down with the seller, opening the presentation, going through the presentation, all the way to getting a listing contract signed. Same thing. We're going to have cameras on you. We're going to point out things that you do well. Because I know how people are. I'm the same way. Like, I'm going to be watching this and I'm going to be like, fuck, I can't believe I said that. Oh my God. I'm going to be analyzing it. We all do that. Beat yourself up. No. We're going to do a little bit of that, but mostly we're going to focus on how we can improve, how we can get you better very, very quickly. And it's funny because you will learn just as much by practicing, doing it, role-playing it, which I know you're supposed to be doing, but you're not, but also observing others. Because many times you notice that you see somebody else do something really well or really bad, it's very noticeable. So we're going to work on that as well, where you're going to be an observer watching other people either live as an observer taking notes or watching them on the screen. Watching the analysis, what you notice, okay? So it's a very much a hands-on workshop. It is going to be part of the boot camp. You don't have to make it part of the boot camp. If you sign up, if you and I, after that phone call, those 15 minutes, agree that boot camp is good for you, you tell me, Borino, I want to come to DC, we'll hook you up with a ticket. Now, if you just want to come to DC, we will have tickets for you. The website will open next week, okay? So you can always email me, borino@expertplus.com, or call my office, and we can talk about it. It's going to be live here in DC. We'll be about 4 or 5 minutes away from the White House in Crystal City. Great hotel. We've done sessions there before, events before. It's really cool. And we'll have to meet you in person and work with you. And we're going to have drinks the night before. We're going to get there on Sunday night and set everything up and hang out at the bar and have a glass of wine and talk. It'll be fun. And it's a very different experience when you get to actually be in the room for 2 intense days of doing this over and over and over. Very different than just watching a video or role-playing by yourself or just watching somebody else. Cool? All right, my friends, time well spent. Everybody enjoyed it? Yes? You guys on the phone, anybody has any questions? Let me check. There are no questions on the phone. If you do, this will be a last chance. Just hit *6 on your phone. That will put you in the question queue. I'm checking the Listing University page where you guys are watching this. All right, Donette says, I am in. Love to have you. It's going to be awesome. Thank you for boot camp, says Donette. Kelly wants to know, will this be recorded? I missed the first half. I was in an appointment. Did you get it? That's the question, Kelly. Did you get either the buyer sale or a listing? Yes, it will be recorded. This is being recorded. Yes. All right, and you'll be able to watch it. So, my friends, great chatting with you. So, Jessica, did I answer your information about the DC? I know you had a question about it. The DC workshop will be on the 3rd and the 4th, Monday and Tuesday. Would love for you guys to come. We're going to have a discount on the rooms as well. It's a lovely hotel. We're going to hang out, we're going to work, and we're going to have fun and a little bit of shenanigans. You know your Coach Borino. A little bit of fun. All right, we answered Marco's question. I think that's it, my friends. Time well spent as always. Thanks for being here today. Your Coach Borino, wishing you all a lovely weekend. Looks like it's going to be a good one. Garen says thanks. Thank you very much for being here. Marco has a quick question. How would you recommend someone who lives 8-9 hours away to take the boot camp? The boot camp is online, Marco, so it doesn't matter where you are. All you need is access to internet, or worst comes to worst, just a phone. You can just listen to it. So the workshop is a separate event. I just decided for those of you guys who take action now, who go to goborino.com. Let me show you that address again. I wanted to set it up as a little reward, so it saves you some money. The tickets will be included. But if you just want to come to DC, great. If you just want to do the boot camp, great. If you just want to chat with me, go to goborino.com and we can chat. All right? Cool, my friends. This was lovely. I love doing these for you. I love chatting with you. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you very much for being here today. If you are watching this on replay, you have any questions, I'm always just an email away. I appreciate every single one of you. Talking with you, emailing with you, exchanging ideas, inspiring you, and teaching you is my mission. It is my fulfillment. I get a lot of kick out of this. Watching you succeed is really very, very fulfilling for me. All right. Thanks again. Have a lovely weekend. We'll talk real soon. Sergeant Borino signing off to his brave real estate troops. You want to put that hat on again? All right. Here we go. For the last time, have a terrific weekend. Go get some listings. Use these strategies. I'll talk real soon. We'll talk real soon. Let's go get them. Bye, everybody.